In this video, I'll show you exactly how to use Facebook ads to make millions of dollars. I will show you inside of my ad accounts, I'll show you my strategy, tactics, literally what we are using right now to scale Facebook ads, to make them profitable, to make them efficient. You can see here, $16 million in sales, guys, 500,000 orders. That whole volume is generated by this. $3.5 million spent. This is the power of Facebook ads if you use it for your business the way it should be done. So the important thing about Facebook ads that you guys have to realize that Facebook ads is competitive right now. You probably won't become a millionaire overnight. But if you have the right mindset, the right approach, the right strategy that I'm about to share with you, you will get what you want. In order to game the system, you have to understand the system. And the system on Facebook works very easily. Every time you want your ad to show up, you have to win the auction. And the way you can win the auction is by getting the total value of your ad higher than your competitors. The total value of the ad is the advertiser bid, so how much you're willing to spend to get a sale, which means if one advertiser is willing to spend $20 to get a sale and another advertiser is willing to spend $100 to get a sale because maybe their product is more expensive, then that advertiser would likely to win the auction. But it's not the only variable here, because if it was the only variable, then people who simply able to spend more on ads would win all of the auctions. The other metric here is estimated action rate. So most of the time, as you can see here, we're running conversion optimized ads. If your conversion rate on the website, let's say 5%, and my conversion rate is 2%, then Facebook is likely to give you that auction. And another super important factor for you to win the auctions is optimizing your consumer experience, your user experience, and making your ads as relevant for users as possible. Let's say you have the audience of people who like Kim Kardashian. Let's say it's 10 million people. Let's say you want your ads to actually get sales. Even though you are targeting like 10 million people here, your audience will likely be like maybe 500,000 people. Because out of 10 million people, not everyone is going to buy the product. So now imagine you and like, let's say 100 other advertisers are bidding on Kim Kardashian audience. Facebook wants to give the opportunity for smaller businesses to compete. For example, if our conversion rates on the website are high, then we can win auctions, right? And we can overbid literally Fortune 500 companies. All you have to do is literally manipulate some of the important metrics. You'd be focusing on conversion rate and user value. So what is the user value? User value, for the biggest part, it is your creative. So if you go here, this is the ad library, this free tool that you can use to see the ads of your competitors, of other brands and stuff like that. The creative is a visual part of this ad. In most cases, it is video. And in some cases, it is image. Colorful images, it has smiling people, it has, some good visuals. Literally have two biggest needle movers, which is your creative and conversion rate on the website. The way I like to see it, we have ads and we have funnel. And by the way, guys, if you want my detailed kind of like breakdown of how I read this, just comment funnel below and I'll send you some awesome resources. Most people, when it comes to Facebook, they think it's like,
oh, I have to click this like hidden button like here in Ads Manager.
It's not. You have to literally dial in two things, which number one is your funnel and number two is your ads, your creatives. And the next thing is what happens before you even touch your ads manager, because that will influence everything that you do. And for me, the biggest thing is the research. Research is the most important part of running Facebook ads. So research for me, in most cases, starts with Amazon. You're probably familiar with this product, Pore Vacuum Cleaner. I'll just use it for the illustration purposes. Literally, the first thing that I'm doing is I'm looking at 5-star reviews, but then also I'm looking at 4-star reviews, because these reviews will show you what could be better with the product. It seems to go very quickly, so the battery probably could be better. Why this is important? Because then when you are looking for the product to sell, you want your product to be like, let's say 1% better. And you can just use that as your angle on your ads. I use this tool, which is called Review Index. So Review Index, you literally put your product link in here, literally summarizes what people are mostly talking about here about this particular product is that, so product has good suction power, but if you have sensitive skin or bruise, don't use it. Camera is very clear. So camera, I mean, it's kind of like high tech. You can position it like this device is like disrupting like the high tech industry or skincare industry, because it actually gives you the camera on your skin. Then you have good suction, strong suction, but at the same time, the suction might be too strong for sensitive skin. Now, literally just like that, you found like 3 good angles. And the angle here could be also like, hey, it replaces expensive, I don't know, maybe you go to salon and then you have those cameras that also evaluate your skin, but those, visits are like 200 a piece. What I would think here is, what product can this product be bundled with or sold together with in order to make the best addition? there you go. You have nano steamer, and then you have the Dead Sea mud mask. Let's see if I could source this from China. I'm literally using the most like primitive option, which is like AliExpress, and check this out. I have few suppliers, so $12, and on Amazon this product is called for $16. The margin is quite slim here. I would probably look for something that I can source cheaper, but even then, like if I bundle these products together, I would sell this for probably like $150 because it's literally the whole routine, and this routine would replace some of the very expensive procedures that people would do in salons. Certainly an investment. Look at this. One-time procedure would cost as much as having this device, being able to use it for months and months. Instead of simple product, you have created the offer that you can package with other products and you can sell as a whole routine and has tremendous perceived value. So if you could sell this whole experience, this whole bundle, this whole routine, instead of just selling one device like everyone else, then you will have the advantage. And also in terms of margins, so let's say it costs you $50 to source these products and you would sell this for $150. So remember when we talked about bids on Facebook, you would have $100 to get a customer to break even. Someone trying to sell their poor vacuum cleaner, you'll have very hard time competing against you because they have like $20 to acquire a customer. This video was about Facebook ads, right? But you can see how much needs to go on the foundation before you even launch your first like Facebook ads. All right, so once we have gathered this information, right, what we want to do is just source some content from the creators, right? So creators, people you can send your product to, and they will create these kind of videos that kind of like outline all the benefits of your product and that show how to use it. So some people, you can see it's like product demo, right? It's like literally showing how to use the product. $60, you know, for a video like this. You would work with platforms like Join Brands is very good platform, or Influee, or there's very cool one called Incense, where you can work through the platform directly and you can source content from these creators on these different platforms. For all of these creators, you would have to give them some brief. For example, you can use an angle of the gift. Let's say best gift I ever received is this like home spa bundle that I can do like unlimited spa procedures at home without paying hundreds of dollars. My husband gave me this. As we are on the ad side, you can see here there is Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, which I would recommend you guys test. It is phenomenal, but also you could use manual sales campaign, right? So for the purpose of this demonstration, I'll do the manual sales campaign, and here it's auction. I would just keep it very simple. I would not do the catalog. I would do, let's say, bundle or vacuum cleaner. And so here I would not do this. I would just kind of like do it as simple as possible. And so on the ad set level, I would just do the name of the audience. You would start with the most kind of like common sense interest, and you would try to do like one interest per ad set. We like to target like United States, Australia, Canada, United Kingdom. So this is big four, say skincare. Now you have a lot of suggestions now, right? For different interests that you could target besides that. If you choose, let's say, cosmetics, personal care, then the suggestions would probably also be slightly different. If let's say $150, I would probably target people 30 plus. They have more disposable income. 30 to 60 would be okay. Yeah, engaged shoppers is still available. So these are people that are likely to buy products. So I narrowed down like cosmetics, personal care with engaged shoppers. So audience that's very likely to buy. Now my budget's very low, right? And you don't have to spend like thousands of dollars. You can even go like with $5 a day if you wanted to. Keep in mind that it will be very slow in gathering data. That's not something that I personally like, but that's up to you what you want to do. I would also here choose English as a language. Let me just narrow it down to women first, 25-30, quite like large audience for the first try, but I think it's good to test it. I would just do more variations probably with smaller audiences. So if I do personal care, quite large, facial cosmetics, this one is smaller, anti-aging cream, natural skincare. There's some audiences that are smaller than others, so I would focus on those. Sometimes these celebrities, what you'll find is that these celebrities' interests work very well. So if you resonate with those celebrities, or if you know that those celebrities are using specific procedures, using specific things, that oftentimes you can tap into that audience. All right, so on the ad level, I would recommend to do like manual upload. You would upload the videos that you would source from the influencers, and I would do like another video, guys. Just comment creative below. I can send you those resources on the creatives, and I'll do it like another video. For that reason, please make sure to subscribe and like this video. I'll do single image or video, create ad, then I would just start to upload the media from what I would have. As I was going through this, for instance, this one here, it's a very good angle. I would not recommend you just take Amazon reviews and use it as an ad copy. If you have some some reviews for your product, that's what I would recommend you use. But here you can see kind of like how descriptive that is. It literally would explain the whole process behind the product, the benefits of the product, but not in your words as advertiser. It would explain it from the perspective of consumers. So this will be very powerful for you to take advantage of. Like the testimonial ads working very well for us. Very handy, easy to clean, right? So it's kind of like explains as well. So this one is good too. You can have few options here. So you can see which kind of text option works the best. And so you upload your headline. So for the headline, I like to use something that's like attention grabbing, that communicates the value of the hook of the product. Let's say this turns your home into a fancy spa. And call to action, most likely to be like shop now or learn more. And you would link to your website. From there, you would just hit publish. Just make sure you name these ads properly. The angle would be turn your home into fancy spa. Here, we don't have the creators' names or some like variations. Usually, as we're testing a lot of creatives, we're sourcing those from like different creators. We usually name these videos in the name of the creator that actually created them. We want to easily differentiate which one of the creators is the most beneficial, the most profitable for us. So for these creators that we have good relationships with and their creative actually converts, we want to establish a relationship with them. Maybe we would work with them directly. They win because they have a client that pays them on a consistent basis, and we win because we make more money, because we make more sales. You want to always comply with Facebook policies, and you want to check your ads for the sentiment analysis, right? So here, if I copy this and I put this into the sentiment analysis tool, I would be able to see if the text is positive. Your user experience would be very, very important for the Facebook to show your ads to more people. So you want to create that positive user experience. And so here, we would publish these ads, and what we would do then is I like to duplicate it, because then it's in the original campaign, all of the settings are the same. And so I would do creative number 2. I would just replace it with another piece of content. So this way you can see creative 2, and then I would duplicate it. I would upload another creative 3. If you don't have that many creatives, maybe at the beginning, what you could do is at least change the first like 3-5 seconds, right? Different intros, try to get the attention of the consumer better. So you would have that advantage of testing different variations, because Facebook is a variation game. Facebook is a data game. All of the things that you need to know, data will tell you. If something doesn't work, you just have to work on it and make it better. So what I'm going to show you guys, first of all, it's my framework, my exact KPIs. How do we know they perform or not? How do we know when to kill or scale? So here I am inside of my ad account. As you can see the metrics, I have this like very cool view. I usually look at the amount spent, I look at link clicks, CPC, cost per link click, click-through rate, link click-through, add to carts. Obviously look at purchases. We use external software for tracking the conversion. So this is more for looking at the performance of specific creatives. A few things to take into consideration. Number 1, my click-through rate on ads. Ideally, I want this to be like above 3%. And you can see here, oh, we have something interesting here. 9% click-through rate, very small amount of data, just reached a few people. But besides that, you can see the ads are quite average. It's nothing personal. It's nothing like scary. It just means that we have to work on them better. Another thing to consider here is that if we have ads that are starting from the first, moments, and they're having like $3 cost per click, we're just shutting them down, because they will not change. If something works at the start, it's likely to work moving forward. So that's what we're looking for. First, like we're looking for losers. Okay, what could we shut down here? All right, this one is kind of like on the higher side. You can see it's off. This one, I don't know why it's off. It has very promising metrics, although it's only spent like 32 cents. But another metric that we're looking for here is the thumbnail stop rate. This is super important metric that you can set up, and I have the whole kind of like breakdown on how to set up comment columns below, and I have this whole small tutorial on how to set it up. Ideally, we want our cost per click to be like below $1. That's just like ideal case scenario. However, in some niches like beauty, like healthcare, some other competitive niches, you might only be getting like $2. If your conversion rate on the website is high, and if your average order value is high, you can still make it work. In this particular campaign, we're far from it. We're like other ad accounts, other campaigns, we are like a lot better. So here, ideally, we're aiming for 3% link click-through rate, and for this particular product, below like $2 cost per click. If we can get it below $1, it will be tremendous. Conversion rate matters for us on the same level as cost per click. Another super important metric here, guys, we're looking at is called thumbnail stop rate. 3-second video plays divided by number of impressions. So what we're looking for here is, are our ads good on the front end? So when people are seeing the ads for the first time, are they clicking on them and they're watching until 3 seconds? So you can see here, we're doing a very good job at stopping people from scrolling and watching for the first 3 seconds. However, the second metric that we're looking for here is like how many of those people are watching until 75%. When you're testing new product, you want to see at least 3 of your ads that have a sale. If it spans break-even point, like so break-even point have this like Very cool calculator here, guys. So just comment calculator below. This gives you the guidance on what exactly you have to optimize. Do you have to optimize the landing page? Do you have to optimize the funnel? So most of the cases, it happens on the conversion side, guys. From my observation, if you have a strong funnel that converts at like 5-10%, then you can buy almost like any traffic you want. Even if your ads kind of like suck on the front end, you will still be profitable. For that reason, it's super, super important. So profitable ad sets, you would scale and you would look at click-through rate link, CPC link. And if you're break-even profitable after 3-4 days, you go to scaling. So important thing here is like you also have to give Facebook some time to season. Some days are different from others. You would have to give it like at least 2-3 days in order to make some meaningful decisions. So after we've tested, maybe we have some creatives that we could get into scaling. And by the way, guys, just comment scaling. I know it's another thing that you can comment with. It's like I gave you quite a few things that you can comment on. I'll send you my whole very detailed SOP on scaling, like different methods, like exactly how you can do it once you have something that is working. So what I would recommend is you test new audiences' interests until you have enough data for lookalikes and broad. I would recommend you test at least one new audience per day, right? So you want to find more of these buckets of potential buyers. Vertical scaling, I wouldn't probably play with. You can just like duplicate it with 2x budget. Vertical scaling is when you increase the budgets on the existing ad set. So what I would do is I would just duplicate the ad set and I would literally just double the budget on it. And that's either it works or not. You just, if it doesn't work, you kill it. And if it works, now you have the ad set with twice as much of the ad spend. Creative testing, you always want to be testing, like at least 3-5 new creatives per week. If you don't have that many creatives, at least test different variations of the first 3 seconds, because that's the most important to grab the attention of the viewer. And look at those metrics like hold rate and thumbnail rate, so you can see which creatives have the most potential, so you can create more variations of the creatives that have good potential and can be built upon. And over time, you want to scale that to 20x per week. We're testing 30-50 creatives in each store. Like lookalikes, they're hit and miss. I wouldn't rely like too much on lookalikes. Probably more double down on broad. Once broad working, like it's a big audience is broad, is let's say United States, 25 plus women, no other targeting options. That's called broad. If it works for you, it's phenomenal. Just keep duplicating, testing new interests, new creatives, because at that point, it's just like how you can leverage that audience to the max with new creatives. That's it. So on that side, once we find something that's working, we want to scale it. If it doesn't work, we want to cut it fast. We want to learn why it didn't work. And if you guys like don't have anyone to give you feedback, and if you want to have like external help with this whole process, we have this program called Brand Builders Academy, where literally our team is giving you feedback on your ads, on your funnel, on your store, on your products, so you can continuously improve, you can continuously get better. So if you're interested in that, there should be a link somewhere below, so you can book a call with our team, and we'll see if that's a good fit. You have to put yourself in the shoes of your customer, right? And you have to show your ads to like your mom or your grandma. It's like, would you click on this? Like, does it make sense what this product does? It's like, would you buy it? And if they say no, then why? All of those things that you would have to address in your ads and on your funnel before you start rolling out. So when you address all of those, you will increase your conversion rate, and that's when you can scale. So on top of that, guys, just general tips and tricks. Avoid using swear words not to get banned. Use the sentiment analysis. Make sure that you are not using any like very like aggressive words. Do not use before and after, because Facebook doesn't like it. If you're setting up a new brand, then post organically 3-5 times a week to appear legitimate, even a day initially. So there is like when people go to your page, there is like a lot of content. Also, it sends a good signal to Facebook that brand is legitimate and the brand is actually producing some content for the followers. Maintain 100-to-1 approved versus disapproved ads by setting up $1 campaigns with a lot of ads. I'll do like 3-5 ads, and then I would get them approved. I would run them for like a day or so, and I would duplicate them. So you would have these ad sets with low budget, but then they would have a lot of ads with positive experience. That's what we're gonna do, because that sends a signal to Facebook that you're creating good positive user experience. And if you have ads that are getting rejected, just realize why. Maybe there's a reason why it's getting rejected, and you want to make sure that it doesn't happen. And make sure that website has all of the terms and conditions, policies, about us page, shop page, contact page. So on the customer support side, as you're building this business, you want to make sure that it actually looks like business. A lot of the things that are successful, a lot of brands that are successful, they're successful because they've put a lot of work before they even touch their ads, right? And that's what you have to do if you want to be successful. So think about your offer, think about the angles that you can sell your products with, think how your product is different from other products on the market, think how you can differentiate. Maybe you can differentiate even by color of your product, maybe some of the features, maybe you're targeting a different segment of the market. Maybe you're targeting like older men, older ladies, younger men, younger ladies, nurses, firefighters, right? Maybe there's a segment of the market that you can double down on, and you can craft your message with your ads and your offer to that particular audience. Just being like hands-on in your business. Maybe people are commenting some bad stuff, and it's normal. I mean, some people will comment some bad stuff, but maybe those people have some reasonable kind of like concerns that you can address. And if you address those concerns, you can win, and you can make your ads more profitable. Maybe you turn those concerns into new angles. This is something I'm super passionate about, guys. And thank you so much for watching video until this point. If you're watching till this point, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. Please let me know what you think in the comments or any of these resources that I have shared. Super excited to connect with you as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and I'll try to do more of these like very detailed tutorials to help you guys grow your business and scale up to the moon. So thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video.